Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is April 3rd, 2021. Just want to check in with the chat, make sure that the audio is working so we can get started. So the breaking news is that the legendary rapper DMX is in critical condition after suffering a drug overdose last Friday. So, a lot of sources are saying that he is in a vegetable state. So looks like Mr. DMX will kick the bucket soon. So in this video, we're going to look at why the news is being reported today, and we're going to try to predict which day Mr. DMX is going to be reported dead. So before we start, just want to make sure, okay, so the sound is good. Appreciate everybody, and thank you for coming back. So let's read into the headlines. So DMX believed to be in grave condition after overdose, heart attack. Hip-hop icon DMX's life is hanging in the balance after the rapper suffered a drug overdose Friday night. According to TMZ, sources close to the What's My Name artist claimed the OD occurred at 11 p.m. Sources added that the overdose then triggered a heart attack. DMX, who's 50, is currently in the critical care unit of White Plains Hospital, where he reportedly is exhibiting some brain activity. Another source told TMZ that the artist is currently in a vegetative state and doctors have cautioned he may not make it. Okay, he may not make it. This guy will not make it. And I'm pretty confident that his death date is going to probably be either April 5th or April 6th. But I'm leaning more into April 5th. And I'll show you guys why. But DMX, he was born Earl Simmons. That is his birth name. And his birth name sums to 48. And today is a day with 48 numerology. So today's the perfect day to report this man's hospitalization. So today's April 3rd, a day with 48 numerology, Earl Simmons 48, right? But Mr. DMX, he was born December 18th, 1970. He's 50 years old. And this is why I'm saying he might die on April 5th, which is 2 days from now, because April 5th will be 108 days after his birthday, and heart attack sums to 108. And April 5th is also 257 days before his upcoming birthday, and of course, blood sacrifice sums to 257. Right? So April 5th is 257 days before his birthday. 108 days after his last birthday, the guy who suffered a heart attack can end up in a blood sacrifice. Notice blood sacrifice is also 86, and his stage name is DMX, which stands for Dark Man X. Dark Man X sums to 86. So I'm thinking April 5th is the perfect day. And the day that his death date is announced, I'll come back and make another video, and then we'll look at everything. We'll look at all his albums. We'll look at all his movies. Looks like he had 8 studio albums. I guarantee you his death is going to be connected to all of these albums, because that's how it is with all these rappers. Every time a rapper or any celebrity dies, their death is connected to something that they are remembered for. And in this case, this is a very legendary rapper. DMX, he's been around for a very long time. I mean, his first album came out in 1998. So that goes to show you, the guy's been around. What is that, 23 years already? Almost 23 years since the release of his first album. And then he also had films, He had 8 films. And his most recent one is probably also connected to this death, because this came out on October 5th of 2020. The film titled Chronicle of a Serial Killer. So, and then he had, just look at the names of his films, right? Cradle to the Grave, Exit Wounds, Romeo Must Die, Never Die Alone. It's all related to death, right? Last Hour. So, and that's how they do it. They prep these artists into their death date. It's just amazing how they do it. They do this all the time. It's just not this is not exclusive to just DMX. This happens every single time with almost every single celebrity. And if you guys are new here, what I'm discussing in this video is a very simple practice. It's called gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words, names, and phrases. And all it is the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards. And you are applying numbers to where the letter goes. So for example, the letter A is the first letter in the alphabet. It sums to 1 in the most simple cipher, the alphabetic order. When you get to a double digit letter like Z equals 26. But notice it equals 8 here. And this cipher, this is known as the reduction cipher. You have to reduce each letter into a single digit number here. And the way you do that is by adding these two numbers together. So Z, the 26th letter, is 2 plus 6 and equals 8. So the letter Z equates to 8 in this cipher, but it equates to 26 in this cipher, in the alphabetic order. And in these two ciphers, you flip the alphabetic order in reverse. The other side of this code is date numerology and date spans. You want to measure how many days from a person's birthday or from a specific event. And that's how this code is used. And it's implemented into the careers of these celebrities. And then it's also used to murder them, which is the other sick part. And this is why we have to make videos exposing this stuff, because it's truly sick. Because at the end of the day, we are not 100% sure if these celebrities really know when they're gonna die, or if they know they're gonna end up being murdered somewhere down the line. I don't know if all of them know. I think some of them do, but I don't think all of them know. I mean, who knows if they know? But it's just sick. It's sick. The guy's only 50 years old. You know, he could have lived a way longer life, but that wasn't what the Jesuits had planned for him. And when I say the Jesuits, I mean the Society of Jesus. They refer to themselves as Jesuits. It's pretty obvious that it's done behind all these rituals. They're the ones that script all of these events. On a day with 48 numerology, we're hearing about Earl Simmons, a guy whose name sums to 48. So let's see if April 5th is the day that Mr. DMX kicks the bucket. Something else about April 5th. April 5th is also a day with 14 numerology. Actually, April 6th is, right? See, that's why I'm saying it could also be April 6th, because DMX equals 14. And actually, no. Actually, I was looking at the wrong year. So April 5th is the day with 14 numerology. So that is the perfect date for Mr. DMX to kick the bucket, because DMX is sums to 14. So DMX in the most pure cipher equals 14. He could die on a day with 14 numerology, 108 days after his birthday from a heart attack. Right. So when he dies, because I guarantee, I'm pretty sure it's coming up. This is not just, they're not reporting this for no reason. We'll revisit everything from his career. We'll look at his movies, his albums, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So just want to give you guys an update on what's going on with Mr. DMX. And then he's, you know, the headline, you know, he's in grave condition. Grave, right? So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you.